greatest fear is probably dying with no one knowing of any contribution I'd ever made to creative music. But that's cool because I made an album already that I'm so proud of that, you know, if I died tomorrow, touch wood, you know, I would still feel fulfilled in a way.
The world is yours, and I'ma do it for all my niggas and all my haters who talking like we ain't all in and we ain't getting paper. No, I'm in my zone, and no, we not faking. Ride for my niggas, all take. I'ma die for my city, all take. Oh, the world
Shit is crazy these days, maybe seem kinda strange to a nigga like me. My mama told me, thank God, keep my head in the game. What's the G off in this game? Got a nigga like me. I see this shit is clear as day, even in my sleep. And so I pull out my chain, be the fresh I can be. So I hate to stay off in your lane. You can't do it like me. I'll be the coolest on the block. It's your boy J. This for all my shorties that be getting money. This for all my niggas that be getting money. In this generation, ain't no hesitation. Wake up in the morning, you know I be on it. Living for the moment, you know I be on it. I'm crowd surfing, ain't no denying the high performance. Fuck a hater, try to tell me how to be now. Judging me on style, vocabulary, performance, not ordinary, original. Tell the haters simmer down. Focus on this life that I'm living now. Living now.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the motherfucking Top Cast. I am your host, none other than the incredible T.O.P. Back once again with the young homie Tone and the young homie Roe. And we're currently going through a title change for the show. And we're undecided as to what the title is going to be. But I'm thinking 3 niggas on YouTube. You let me know what you think down in the chat below. But this is going to be episode number 1. This show was called The Kings of Comedy, but of course, this is not a comedy show. So, you know, I don't want y'all to get the wrong idea or nothing like that. But nonetheless, welcome back. And this evening, we're going to cover a few topics such as the Rittenhouse verdict that just passed, the death of young Dolph, and more Manosphere beefs. Because recently I've learned that, you know, like my young lady friend said to me once before, I'm ahead of my time. Because a lot of the things that's coming to light now in regards to these Manosphere characters, I was right about way back in 2019. And also a lot of the things that these guys are doing in this space. It's really a disservice to all you guys who look to these guys for help. But coming straight from one of the original founders of the Manosphere itself, the Manosphere is just entertainment. So if you're here looking for help, you better off looking at yourself in the mirror, young man, because nobody's gonna save you but you. Anyway, welcome back, Tone. Welcome back, Roe. We all took a break. I've been on a little vacation, a little hiatus. I had some business to take care of, and we back. What's up, fellas? How you been?
What's going on, man?
Shit, man, just maintaining, you know, maintaining.
For sure. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what we all out here trying to do. Maintain, keep our head above water. Don't nobody want to drown. I got my coffee. I got my trees. Got my Black and Miles, and, you know, I'm ready to get it in. So the Rittenhouse verdict. I'm pretty sure you guys got some opinions about it. I got some opinions about it. And it's not going to deviate too much from what I already been saying when it comes to talking about those people. But if niggas didn't believe what I was saying about those people before, you know, this current fiasco is just more evidence of what I say when I talk about racism. I know a lot of us don't want to deal with it. We don't want to talk about it. Don't nobody know what the fuck to do about it. Some of us ain't going to do shit about it. And that's all well and good. It's all a given, you know, but I speak from what I am going to do about it personally. But what did you guys think about the not guilty verdict after this guy, this young white man, was exonerated of committing acts of murder?
I mean, eh, I didn't really, honestly, I don't really know too much about it. I read a little bit about it, but just from, from the little that I read, one thing, I mean, of course, you black, you probably ain't really getting away. You probably ain't getting away with that, but it's just like there's a lot of like loopholes in the law system that they don't really teach us about. So it's just like it's always a shocker when somebody figures out a way. Honestly, I believe that, he would have been dead on site, you know what I'm saying? At the site. He wouldn't even got to trial because he would have died right there, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't even it wouldn't even went down like that. But as far as like just the end of
That's if he was black, huh?
yeah, if he was black, he wouldn't even been in court. Like they would have killed him wherever he was at, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the law goes, you know what I'm saying? There's always some loopholes to the law that they never teach us, you know what I'm saying? So it's like why did he get off? Well, if you look at I saw some video, it kind of did look like self-defense, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, it might have been self-defense. I don't know, but they don't really teach us the ins and outs and how to get away with shit, just like this, just like taxes and all kind of shit, all these loopholes that they fail to teach us in school, So it's just like when shit like this happen, we're like shocked by it. But I'm not shocked, but that's just my opinion.
What about you, Tone? What's your opinion on the Rittenhouse verdict? Another crazy white man out here killing people and not having to suffer for the ramifications of his actions.
I'm gonna tell you right now, my opinion is very unpopular, but that's because I have all the facts behind the situation. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, my opinion is it was self-defense. If you were able to sit down and actually watch how the entire story played out and not what the news was just feeding people, because if you watch what the news was feeding you, it was feeding you one side of the story that was completely ignoring the entire, like even the footage that showed you something different than what they were saying. What actually happened, if you like actually watch what happened and you listen to the whole trial and not just the parts of the trial that the news show you, one, the whole cross state lines with a gun thing was not true. The whole like he went after people thing wasn't true. There's video footage of him chasing a fire, burning trash can, trying to put the fire out, and the fire was set by one of the three people that was shot later on that night. The first person who shot him chased him down by himself. He got stuck by himself trying to deliver first aid to somebody who got hurt in the middle of the riot. And when he was by himself, that guy who you can see in other videos screaming at the entire crowd, one saying, "Shoot me, nigger, kill me, nigger." Mind you, that same guy just got out of the hospital from trying to kill himself. Also, that same guy just got out of jail not too long earlier before that for raping a little boy. But anyway, he chased him down to get his gun, tried to take his gun, he turned around and shot him. After he even shot that guy, he tried to administer aid to him. But once he tried to give him aid, everybody ran after him because like, oh, he just shot the dude. The other two dudes he shot, he only shot them after what they attacked him. The first guy swung at him with a skateboard and then tried to hit him again. He shot him. The second guy came to him with his hands up, with a gun in his hand, and acted like he was not going to shoot. And then as soon as he aimed his gun, he shot him in the arm. Mind you, prior to this entire situation, there's video footage of these people asking the cops if it's okay for them to stand in front of their property with their guns, and the cops said it was okay, which is why he didn't get shot, because they knew who they were already. The cops were at fault because the cops were supposed to stop the riot, but instead they just made a line between the hood and the suburbs and said, y'all burn that shit down. We gonna protect the suburbs though. That was who was wrong in the situation, leaving people to protect their own shit when you supposed to be stopping the riot. But they won't tell you that shit.
Well, you know, some people would agree that we are in a collapse situation. And if you guys understand anything about how the financial system works, if what a lot of these folks are saying is true, then you better stockpile some gold, some silver, some Bitcoin, and some bullets, because this motherfucker's about to get rough. Now, admittedly, I don't know the facts of the case. I didn't even bother to watch it, to be honest with you, because as far as I'm concerned, you know, in this system, this white supremacist system, is, you know, the shit that you see happening is just business as usual. It's just confusion. It's confusion upon confusion upon confusion. Now, I don't know I don't know where the young man came from, or if like that to say if he came from another state or not. But let's hypothetically, if he did come from out of state into that state, then he would be wrong from that point on. And this is not this would not be the only case where white men have come from different states, because it to protect other white lives. It's happened as recently as right up here in Virginia, Charlottesville, Virginia. It just happened recently. It happened recently when they stormed the White House, and it even happened way back in Hurricane Katrina, where you had white guys coming from different states to join up with each other, you know, to basically conduct crimes. Right. So from that aspect, and again, admittedly, I don't know the facts of the case. I just know that 3 people got shot by some white man with a gun it's not his job to protect anything. He's not a law enforcement officer.
Right.
And so who is he to decide that, you know, I mean, of course he's a white man. Excuse me. Of course, he's a white man, but he's not law enforcement. So who is he to take it upon himself to make that decision that he's going to go and defend somebody? Did those folks even invite him, you know, to that area to help defend them? And so from that point of view,
the day before the used car lot he was at, the day before a riot happened, and they burned 130 of their cars.
Well, this is what I'm asking. Was that young man from the area where the riot took place at?
Yes, he worked there. He worked there, and his father lived there.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. That's the part that I didn't know.
Yeah, it's like living in like the edge of New York but working in like somewhere in Connecticut or some shit like that. If that's close, you get what I'm saying?
So he didn't live in the state where the riot took place at. That's what I'm getting at.
He lived 10 miles, 15 miles away from where the riot took place at. But he worked in the city where the riot took place at. But he left work and then went there.
Okay.
The gun was already in Kenosha. You see what I'm saying? But they told us that because, like, my problem with it is that they brought black people into some white people shit.
Well, that's always been the case.
Right. But I'm saying, and we going with it without even looking at the footage, though. Like, if you even watch the video, you could not say, if you watch all of the footage, you couldn't say that it didn't at least look like it was not what they were telling us it was. But nobody has even said, even like famous people who reporting on it, haven't even looked at the video to even say, like, what did this have to do with like, first of all, the people who was rioting was not even Black Lives Matter rioters. All 3 people that he shot all had rap sheets long as fuck of assault, rape, little shit like that, all violent crimes. So if you got 3 people out of the entire group and all 3 are felons of assault and violent crimes. Only imagine how many motherfuckers in that was doing the same shit, and they all white people. These are people burning down shit while you got black people actually somewhere else protesting. But they telling you they with the same group as you when they not. But if niggas actually just sat down and look, you stop playing the white people's fucking game. Like, so all they try to do is advocate. All they try to do is advocate to get a nigga to give up his gun, which the first neighborhood that's gonna get fucked off when niggas gotta give off their guns is black neighborhoods. So not only black people killing them. Let me ask you this.
Let me ask you this, because again, I don't know all of the facts of the case, because I don't, I generally don't follow shit like this. Were the three people that he shot, were they white people or black people or some combination?
All white.
Oh, he shot 3 white people?
All white people.
Oh, well, everybody. He's supposed to get off then.
He shot all 3 white people. But niggas ain't even looked at it to even peep what's going on. Niggas just going with what the same white man they keep saying we shouldn't trust told them happened.
Yeah, well,
niggas need to learn how to do their own research.
That's righteous, then. I said that's righteous. Then he shot 3 white people. I can't even complain about that. I don't even have any more to say about the subject now that I know that.
He had more black people with him in the group of people standing with helping protect the spot than they had in the entire bunch of motherfuckers rioting.
Mm.
He had black dudes testify for him from his group. But nobody even watched nothing enough to even see that, because they so just caught up in whatever somebody feeds him. And we gonna stay like that because niggas ain't waking the fuck up off like they clearly lied to you for some other shit, and we just keep rolling with it.
Yeah, I generally, like I say, I generally don't keep up with shit like that, because as far as I'm concerned, in this system, those kind of behaviors are to be expected, irregardless of who's being killed. But generally, when you have these situations, it's generally some white person killing some black person. But this is evidence that white people do commit violence against other white people. As if we didn't see shit like Columbine, stuff like that. But yeah, I just found it interesting that I heard a not guilty. I wasn't really too familiar with the case. I had heard about it when it first happened. But, like I said, I don't pay attention to shit. I don't devote too much energy into shit like this. But I thought it was interesting, something to talk about since everybody was talking about. Salute, Cam. Glad that you made it in. And salute to the secret watcher who didn't check in. I appreciate you, too. Yeah, that's righteous, though, to know that he shot 3 white people. That's justice. They probably deserved it. But anyway. On the flip side, we got another rapper, unfortunately, young Dolph, got shot and killed in Memphis, Tennessee. From what I understand, like I said, I don't really know all the facts of this case either. I'm not a news reporter, and we're not here to entertain you niggas. We just having conversation, and you get to listen in. But again, here we go, business as usual. Another rapper goes back to the hood and ends up dying. Now, I'm not sure of the facts of this case. I did see somewhere recently where they had located the vehicle that was supposedly used in the commission of his killing, and that's really about as much as information as I have on this situation. But in all likelihood, I would say he probably was killed by another black person or another non-white person, and it just says to me, man, that the only person I really need to focus on is me, because everybody else they go do whatever it is that they doing, and there's nothing that I'm gonna do or say to stop them. So I don't know. What do you guys hear about that situation? I know Roe, rest in peace to your family member, your cousin. I just recently buried his cousin. I remember he was speaking about a similar type of situation going on there, where his cousin lost his life to the streets, to other niggas. What do you guys think about that? Did you hear anything about this?
I
Yeah.
heard just a little. Mostly, I just heard that it was two dudes who looked like they was black. He was there. He was at a cookie spot to go get cookies for his moms or something like that. And they caught. His car is bulletproof, so they waited till he got out the car and shot him up inside the. I guess walking into the shop or inside of one of those. Yeah.
Wow, that's very unfortunate, very tragic. Very tragic. If I ain't mistaken, I think the same thing happened to what was the other young rapper's name from out there on the
Nipsey
West
Hussle.
Coast? Yeah, Nipsey Hussle. Same thing happened there. Wasn't he killed by like a family member of the former Attorney General Eric Holder?
Nah, he was killed by his own somebody from his own gang. Of course there could be all
Wow.
kind of shit going on, but I mean that's the same thing that happened to my cousin. Like I was telling y'all last time about this shit. I grew up right around the corner from where Nipsey Hussle used to hang at. And ever since I was a kid, there will always be whispers in the hood that say you ain't a 60 till you kill a 60. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing that shit since before before this shit was popular. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the times these your own homies gonna be the ones that's hate on you, that's gonna hate on you. Cause how you think about it, when you hate somebody, like you had to be close to them at one point. You can't hate somebody that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
could dislike
that's
some
facts.
shit
Mike
that
Tyson
they
said
do.
that same thing. Mike Tyson said the same thing. You can't hate somebody who you don't know.
Yeah, it's just like and that's what be going on. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, it's just like these rappers, I don't know. I mean, I know they don't forget, but just because you're rich don't mean you stop having enemies. Actually, you got more enemies. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all be thinking because y'all get out the hood, y'all get rich, and you can just go back to your hood, and people ain't gonna be looking at you with a side eye. Like they was looking at you with a side eye before you even got rich. When you was broke, when you was all this shit you rapping about, all the beefs you had. Like you think people still forgot? You think these people forgot that one of your homies might have popped one of their cousins, and you may have fought somebody else uncle back in the day? Like people don't forget shit like that. Like you ain't never in the clear, and that's why I'm just like, here I'm gonna make a drop about this, but it's just like, okay, what should you do when you make it out the hood? Should you just say fuck the hood and just go live your life, or should you give back? Because I feel like both sides. Sometimes I feel like you get some paper, leave, and never come back. But then I'm just like, you should go back to inspire some people that some young kids might see you and get inspired by what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like the hood don't love you back, so it's just like if you go back and you flexing and you driving a Bentley coupe and this dude got a bucket and he can't even afford a hamburger and he see you just flossing walking around the hood like it's all good, like somebody might try to get you. So it's just like there's always that confusion. Like do you go back, or do you just say fuck the hood and all and just go live your life? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I can't speak for no other group of people, but amongst us, it's very unfortunate that we come out of a fucked up situation and then we get into a better situation, and we can't go back to the hood because, like you pointed out, it's dangerous. It's even more dangerous because now you're famous, you're a target. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And not just for women, but for them wolves out there, them predators. I used to get down like that, so I understand how niggas be thinking. But yeah, it's very unfortunate, and it is a conundrum, Ro. The way that you presented it. What do you do? Because with us, because we all come from the same level. We really all on the same boat, literally and figuratively. Um, But yeah, the same motherfuckers who you grew up with be the same motherfuckers who take you out. And we spoke about this on a previous video. You know, I got a real good friend who's a rolling 60 Crip, and I was quite surprised to learn that what you spoke on about. You know, you're not a real rolling 60s Crip until you actually kill a rolling 60s Crip, and that just boggles my mind because it doesn't make any sense.
None at all. But it's real.
Like wouldn't that the logic escapes me on that? Because like you would think logically that you would want to kill your enemy. You understand what I'm saying? To get your bones, not kill somebody supposed to be in team.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it like this too. It's like you know what I'm saying? Let's say I'm a street nigga, I'm from a gang or whatever, and I'm the bread, I'm the bag, you know, I'm the one getting the money. I can't take care of everybody. You know what I'm saying? So you could pull up to my shop, we could chill, smoke, laugh, we might go to the club together. But it's only a few dudes that I'm gonna let go to my house. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't coming to my house. So you guarantee if it's 100 niggas hanging out with you at the club and you only tell 3 niggas they can come to your house, and be like, man, fuck that nigga. He don't really fuck with us like that. Why I can't never go? I guarantee it's gonna be some people in there like that. So it's just like, and it's just like, okay, if I'm in the gang and I put in work, but I try to get out the gang because I'm getting money and I got family now. Now it's just like, oh, I'm a bitch ass nigga, you know, I'm fake, you know what I'm saying? I done went Hollywood, I ain't this, I ain't that. That's how they gonna treat you. So it's just like fuck that gang shit. Like ain't really no no positive way out of that shit. Cause either the enemy's gonna get you or you gonna stop putting in work and they gonna be mad at you because you don't wanna be on the street shit no more. You know what I'm saying? You be lucky. And if you don't get both of those, you probably gonna be dead or in jail for the rest of your life. So it's like man, fuck that gang shit for real, for real. It shit don't make no sense. Them niggas got no codes. They got no ethics. They got no morals. They snakes. They gonna fuck your bitch while you in jail. They gonna snitch on you after they sit up here and make songs about snitching. Hell, these niggas be making songs about like it'll be a rap nigga in a song be like I can't trust nobody, but then he'll be with 100 niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas heard your song where you said you can't trust nobody. When you said, "Oh, I can't trust the homies," all them niggas that you went to the club with heard that shit. And one of them, a few of them niggas is side on you right now. Like, let's get this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's another unfortunate a negative attribute about us as black people. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys may have noticed it in your lifetime. I mean, you pretty much speaking on it, but you know, we always got the side eye, you know, towards another black person. And it's very unfortunate because it's one of the things that helps prevents us from, you know, being where we think we should be as a group of people. You know, we basically feed on ourselves. And this what you were describing is what I would consider to be a case of evidentiary case of that. But it's very unfortunate. Yeah, I it's interesting to learn that Mr. Rittenhouse shot 3 white people. I find that almost comical, but not funny. I should have done a little bit more research into the case, but you know, like I said earlier, shit like that is almost all totally off my radar. If I had not ran across it on social media, there, you know, so many motherfuckers Instagram profiles and Facebook and but little bit of I heard about it on YouTube and shit like that. I wouldn't even known that it had happened.
Right.
So, you know, I appreciate you for informing me, Tone, on what actually went down. But because typically when you had this kind of a situation, it's typically some white dude who done killed up some black people, or you know, sometimes white people do kill other white people, and nobody does killing better. That's all I got to say about that. And very unfortunate. It's been happening for a long time. Even before Biggie Smalls and Tupac, they were just two of the biggest names in hip hop at the time. But niggas been killing other niggas since Africa. So that in and of itself is nothing new. And the only difference between when we kill ourselves and when other folks like white folks kill us is we're not killing ourselves because we because we're black. We're killing ourselves for very silly reasons. Out of them, based in emotions mostly. Jealousy and envy and hatred and shit like that. But I just want to send some condolences to the young man's family. I don't know them personally, but every time a black man dies, I feel it, and I kind of, it affects me a little bit, even if I don't know these people personally, because I'm a black man myself, and if it happened to them, it can very well happen to me. But what was you gonna say, Tom?
What tripped me out is like how they always kill the rappers that's like actually doing shit for the area that they in. Like you got these ones that pretty much say F their own city, go around just doing whatever, living off of probably a bunch of bullshit they didn't even really do in that neighborhood and just getting the fame off of it. And they get to walk around willy nilly just fucking shit up. What you got to do, like Dolph, who buying what he bought coats for the kids at the school. He was doing a turkey thing, like a bunch of little stuff he was doing, trying to make Memphis a better spot to live in. Same thing with Nipsey. I feel like Biggie and Pop was trying to make the world a different type of, what I'm saying, and those are the only ones getting hit. And it amazed me how we how we like take out our own gems and then be like mad at everybody else.
Yeah, they only gonna take out the real ones. They take out the ones that they actually scared of. They not scared of the little dumb nigga that just run around popping his gun because they know he either gonna die soon or they gonna catch him. He gonna be in jail for the rest of his life. But Nipsey Hussle and Young Dolph, them niggas had the power to change a whole community. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you could get into the conspiracy shit. Because anytime a nigga is trying to like change the world or do some community changing shit, then nigga always end up disappearing. You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. Sebi and shit. Anybody that got any black man that got any kind of intelligence to wiggle out the system, they gonna try to get him. My bad for cutting you off.
No, that's an interesting observation because it's not out of the realm of possibility, to be perfectly honest. And I've noticed that very same thing too, bro. That's why a lot of young black males is afraid to grow up and take up that mantle, because not only do none of us want to die, even though we all want to go to heaven, you know what I'm saying? But we have been shown repeatedly, whether it's white folks killing us or it's us killing us, that when you try to be about something, there's a lot of hate out there, a lot of hate. You actually put your, by trying to be helpful, trying to make the world a better place, you actually put yourself in a lot of danger.
And the thing is, they not gonna do it. What they gonna do is they gonna find some broke nigga in the hood that need money and say, here's a gold chain and $100,000. If you go kill him, you know what I'm saying? They gonna make it look like we doing it to each other. I believe that shit is real too. You know what I'm saying? One. That's why I feel like I don't know if I would want to be an activist, because I know one of these niggas will sell me out for a gold tooth. Like I know for a fact. I know for a fact. All they gotta do is find somebody that's vulnerable, they mama hungry or sick or something, and and your mama sick, got cancer, and she need 100 bands, or if you gotta take care of your brothers and family, and y'all poor, and y'all can barely eat, and somebody come up to you with $100,000, you know what I'm saying? That could change some shit. You ain't thinking about the bigger picture of trying to change the world. You thinking about shit, man. Like we've been eating cup of noodles every day for the last year. Like I want a steak. You know what I'm saying? And this white man come like, oh, here you go, here's a steak. You want potatoes too? Got some apple cider? Here you go. All you got to do is go kill that man.
Well, God, half these niggas do it for a big booty white girl. They don't even need all that no more.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the fucked up part.
that's another thing that I harp on a lot, especially on Instagram, in regards to the Manosphere and this red pill space, because you get a lot of guys who will say that black women ain't shit, and they go put you on child support, and they go divest and go get them a zaddy, and then you turn around and you see a certain section of these niggas doing the exact same thing. And I see that, and I say to myself, well, damn, are you hypocritical much? Because I've been saying, and this leads into the next part of the next topic of the conversation is here we go again with the Manosphere fuckery and the latest Manosphere beefs. It'd be so funny, but this is some other shit. I hear it. I hear the echoes of it, but I don't really get into it because it ain't got nothing to do with my life. But I just find it interesting that, niggas can't seem to do shit together without some kind of confusion and some fuckery in the end that fucks up the entire, whatever niggas was trying to conceive of putting together. But it seems as if Ramil Amir is and I agree with a lot of the shit that he's saying, because a lot of the shit that he's saying is some of those things I've been saying myself. So, for example, I've spoken on this before, how I disagreed with the fact that the Manosphere involved women in the Manosphere. Because to me, if this is the Manosphere, a space for men, about men, then we don't need women in this space. And I said this as far back as 2019, before I ever even made a YouTube video. It was one of the very first videos I made on Instagram, where I specifically stated that if us men are going to be having this conversation, this red pill conversation, the conversations that we have in the Manosphere amongst ourselves, then we have to do it in private, away from women, because women ain't going to do nothing, because I know bitches, they ain't going to do nothing but weaponize what they hear. And that's exactly what's happened. And Ramil Amir is one of the guys, him and Ty City, who besides myself, I've actually heard point this shit out. All this to say that a lot of these motherfuckers that you guys follow, not you, Tone and Roe, but the guys who's listening, a lot of these content creators is full of shit. They not here to help you. And straight from Obsidian's mouth himself, the Manosphere is about entertainment. It's not about helping niggas.
Right.
And this is something that I've been saying to niggas the whole time. These niggas is here to prey on you just like these women do. They're not here to help you. They're here to entertain you niggas. And it's nothing wrong with entertainment, but everything in life, you're supposed to be in its measure. And what I notice is that a lot of niggas come on the internet for entertainment. And, they don't really apply none of this shit in their life. And then niggas wonder why we had the problems that we had, why we not taken seriously and shit. And then on top of it, come to find out that, these guys, for example, Donovan Sharp, O'Shea Duke Jackson, Kevin Samuels, Obsidian, a lot of these guys will tell you shit like, don't fuck with single mothers. Don't fuck with these hoes. They ain't shit. And then they change up their message because they start doing exactly what the fuck they've been telling niggas not to do. I
Yeah.
remember when the white boys exposed Donovan Sharp for messing with over the wall or past the wall white woman. He even allegedly adopted her sister or her daughter. But then this is the same guy that get on the video and tell you guys not to do that. And then you get a guy like me who come around and say, hey, that motherfucker's a hypocrite. He's not practicing what the fuck he preaches. And then everybody look at me like I'm crazy.
Facts.
And
I mean, because there's the red pill and then there's reality. Reality is like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to date a single mother, cool. If you don't, still cool. But if you know, are let's say 40, 50 years old and you dating 30-year-old, like 8 times out of 10, she gonna have a kid. So you basically telling the world that you only willing to date a motherfucker fresh off the boat, like 19 years old, 20 years old. Cause anybody, all these women over 25, they gonna have kids. Like I'm just gonna keep it real.
that's fact. That's facts. I pointed that out too. And not only that, but I
They have
made
another
this,
15.
I made this point to I left it as a comment, but I made this point to Ramil or Amir, is that even if you date these young girls, 18 to 26, in all likelihood, they done probably had an abortion already or took a Plan B pill. So you're not
Hmm.
necessarily the first motherfucker that's skeeting up in that pussy.
Nah, not at all.
And,
And they
and,
don't
and,
like
and
condoms either.
exactly. So, I agree with what he's saying when he say that if you're a man who doesn't have kids, you should not be looking to create a relationship with a woman with children, because you should be looking to start your own family. I agree with that. However, on the flip side, on the black thing, you know what I'm saying? What do we do about this problem? You understand what I'm saying? As black people, who's going to raise these young children?
Right,
And
right.
if on that note, I would say as a group, probably a step toward that solution is having some kind of a mentorship, for black male children and black female children. But as fucked up as we are right now in the game, we're a long way from that. So, that's really just, it's a suggestion. It is like almost like a pipe dream at this point. But I agree with what he's saying. And that if
And
you're a
yeah,
man without children, you should be looking to start your own family. But in saying that, I do want to point out that at one point, when I first started listening to a lot of these content creators, you heard them saying, like the ones that I just mentioned, you would hear them saying shit like, these black women ain't no good. 7 out of 10 of them is single mamas, and they child support raping dudes, and et cetera, et cetera. And I always was of the opinion, well, if you've come to these conclusions about these women and you don't want them, then the conversation is over. Why are you guys, making a hustle out of talking bad about women who you say you don't want? Why are you kicking a dead horse? You know what I'm saying?
but
But that's what you get in this manosphere, because again, it's not really about helping people. It's really about entertainment.
man, reality is they could sit up here and talk about not dating single mothers till they blue in the face, but let's be real, people are still gonna do it. It's not gonna stop nothing. Especially if you find a girl attractive and she treating you right, she treating you good for the most part, you gonna do it. Like I ain't got no kids, and I tell even I've dated women with kids, and they know I don't want to have kids. Like I date you, but as far as a kid go, like I give you some advice on the side, but like I'm not looking forward to that. But I know for sure, you know what I'm saying? If it's a dude out here, he got kids already, and you meet a girl that got kids and she treats you right, fuck it. I'm not gonna hate on you for dating a single mother. You know what I'm saying? Because these kids need it. See, y'all always thinking about yourself. Y'all so selfish. Not y'all. I'm not talking about like
Mhm.
specifically y'all, but like people are just fucking selfish. Like I said, I've been a coach. I was coaching. I worked for the school board for 15 years. And let me tell you, these kids that don't have fathers, they grow up in a fucked up environment. You know what I'm saying? They get ruined. So I would rather that kid have at least some semblance of a man in his life than nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not even thinking about the woman or the man. I'm thinking about that kid. That kid needs somebody. And I've seen some stepdaddies who were great men. You know what I'm saying? Let's not act like that ain't real. I know some great stepdaddies. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Oh yeah,
it
for sure. And
come
you
on,
know
man. Let's be real.
that's basically what I was alluding to when I was saying, you know, that I think that as a substitute, because you can't just leave the kids out there hanging. You know, I agree with what you're saying, and I agree with what he's saying, but not in totality. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Hmm.
us as men, you know, if we are to be honest about the situation, we men, honestly, if we have a choice, we would prefer to start our own families.
Hmm.
However, for these black children that are out here, what's to happen to them? Because if they don't have any male influence or any female influence in their life, any positive male or female influence in their life, then these are going to grow up to be the future possible criminals.
Hmm.
You know, so it's a problem all the way around, and it's no easy answer. You know, no easy solution. But me personally, I've dated women who don't have children. I've dated women who don't have children who want to have children. I've dated women who don't have children who don't plan on ever having children. I've dated women with children who who would say shit like "I love my baby's butt," meaning she wished she had done it a different way. I've dated women who have children who wouldn't trade their children in for the world. But what I've been able to do consistently and what I advise other guys to do is because if you just look at it from a numerical standpoint, man, if you're dealing with women here in America, with black women specifically, statistically speaking, 7 out of 10 of them got at least one child. I'm not sure what the numbers is for, you know, Latino women and white women and, you know, Asian women. I'm pretty sure it's probably lower. But chances are, in all likelihood, no matter which group you pick from, chances are it's a high probability you're going to be dealing with a woman with children. All I'm saying is that if you don't plan on, you know, having that woman in your life for a long period of time, then it's not your place to you know, take an active role in that child's life and to do more along the lines of what you suggested, Ro, where if she needs some advice or you have some advice you think you can offer, which I don't really see how you can offer any advice except on some human nature shit because you don't have any kids. But you know, you advise from a distance because after
Hmm.
all, you in a relationship with the mother, not the child.
He used to
So
be a coach,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We got somewhat experience. He able to
Say
deal
that.
with somewhat. A lot of, I said you got enough experience to give some advice, especially
Oh,
with
I
when
got
like yeah.
shit, nigga. I got mad experience with kids. Like I did it for 15 fucking years of my life. Like I seen the worst parents, I seen good parents. Like I know more about these kids than their own damn parents. Please believe that. Don't think 'cause I ain't got none.
Most
Like
most
the school district raise kids. Parents don't even raise kids. You think about it. They get up in the morning, they send their ass to school for 6 to 8 hours, then they go to an after school program, and after school program, they go to sports or whatever they doing, and the parents feed the motherfuckers and put them to sleep. So they whole day, they spending their whole day with me, more time with me than they are with their parents. I know these kids better than their own parents most of the time because I'm with them. I'm
most
with them
of us
more.
most of us learn more about sex in school than we learn from our parents.
yeah,
Facts.
I think that's tragic. I think that's
Yeah.
tragic. Hopefully, if I ever have children, a lot of the mistakes that I see other people make, hopefully I won't, repeat those same mistakes, because I don't have any children either. So it's very difficult for me to speak from direct experience. I have experience with children, not to the extent that you do, Ro, but I've been around enough children in my lifetime to understand that they just little people. They're gonna copy what they see the big people do, and children are gonna do as they see you do, not as you tell them. Especially when they get old enough to have a mind of their own.
Right.
So, but yeah, I don't exactly advocate, for guys who don't have children to wife up women who do have children. Go out and make your own family first. And but like I said, like I mentioned, on the other hand, what do we do as a group of people for all of these fatherless or parentless or motherless children? Because if we just leave them to the system, like Ro alluded, they could turn out to be, not good people.
Hey, look, I got a solution. Look, this is what we do. But it's gonna end up being the same thing. Look, we can start all kind of big brother programs. We can start volunteer coaching. But guess what? These niggas is gonna be fucking on the mama still anyway. So it's gonna be the same situation. They gonna be trying to they gonna build an attachment. Next thing you know what I'm saying? Because you do build an attachment with these kids. Trust me. It's some kids that I really care for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that little nigga, because I'll be having them since they was 4 years old till they about 10. You know what I'm saying? I built that bond with them. So, it, we just got to start just doing more just do it. Just start work. Most of these niggas ain't gonna do it anyway. They gonna talk all that shit. Don't date single mothers, but they ain't gonna go out here and volunteer their free time to try to help these kids out though. They ain't about to do it.
For sure. And not only that, but really, to be honest, apparently, based on what the news was recently, and like I mentioned earlier, a lot of these content creators telling you don't date single mothers and stop dating these women that's past the wall, and then they turn around and do the same fucking thing. But really, a lot of these motherfucking dudes, man, is gonna end up with women who have children. If you're dealing with women in America, and a lot of these dudes who go out the country, especially to South America, because South America got a bigger single mama problem than we do here, than we have here in America. So, a lot of dudes go down there and they be tricking down there because the niggas can't get no love here in America. But if you're a young man, you don't have kids, man, make your family with a woman who doesn't have children, man. But keep in mind, don't think that she ain't never been knocked up before. Salute, Golden. Glad you came. Glad to see you out there in the box, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, I personally don't advocate that because I don't have any children and I can't do the stepdaddy shit. I've gotten myself into a situation like that when I was younger, and I had to get out of it very quickly because it's not where it's at. It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, but that just might not be the frequency you on. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean the next man can't be on that frequency. If he understand what he getting himself into, and he's fully aware of the repercussions that come with it. He fully aware with everything that come with it, and he accepted it. Fuck it, Like, I ain't gonna talk bad about the nigga. Like, oh, hey, well, shit, man. Here's what could possibly happen if you do that. But I'm gonna support you if she really treating you right. Like, fuck it, go where you celebrate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's no wrong way to do it.
Do it with respect for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, some of these niggas go into it and they be like so just lost them. It's a difference between doing it by circumstance and doing it because that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? Some of them would be like doing it just because that's what she asked for. You know what I mean? And then what happens then is when she stops giving whatever you get out of that, you like fuck you up. I mean, like, and that's fucked up. Because the kid, that's worse than nobody ever fucking with their kid. Period. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the kid, because the mama stopped doing whatever, the kid don't think it's because he's just a fucked up kid or some shit. You know what I mean? Kids' imaginations can go far in any direction.
Right.
And the kids didn't ask to be here. Yeah, that's another facet that I always look at it from. You know, the children didn't ask to be here, so it's our responsibility as adults, man, to make this world better than it is, even though it's a tall order. But last thing before I get out of here, man, me and Roe, man, we did a drop on this some time ago. I think it's episode 2 or 3, Attack of the Clones, where we basically had a discussion about, you know, these various content creators. Even though in that particular video, I don't think I named anybody by name, but you know, a lot of these content creators, man, they entertain us, man. They here to entertain you, and as long as you here, you know, with that understanding that you being entertained and not being educated, then this shouldn't be a problem. But my advice is try to be a lot more discerning about the shit that you hear come out of these motherfuckers' mouths, because a lot of these motherfuckers, they tell you to do some shit that they not even doing themselves. And I will always want you guys I always want you guys to be, you know, conscious of that. Don't allow a motherfucker to tell you to do some shit that they ain't even doing they goddamn self. And if you support sucker shit, you a motherfucker sucker too.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, like, a lot of these youngins, they don't know that they support sucker shit. Honestly, a lot of young boys, 15, 16 years old, they gonna be scared shitless of women fucking with this red pill shit. Honestly, like, and my thing is just like, go out here, live your life, take your bruises, learn your lessons. That's the only way you gonna fucking get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the best way to get it, just from real life experience. Now, it's some shit you could take from the red pill shit like that. You be like, oh, okay, that's for sure. Like, cool. But a lot of this shit is just like, just go get your own fucking experience. And a lot of these niggas ain't gonna admit this, but it's just like, it's your experience. The reason why you getting paid on YouTube is because you went through some shit with a woman. So you need to appreciate that experience. Nigga, you rich because you was talking about how you got your heart broken, or how you got divorced, and how you got done dirty. You actually made money off of it. So you just fucking manned up, you learned from your mistakes, and you just kept it pushing. And that's all we can fucking do at the end of the day. Go live your life. Don't be scared shitless. These boys are gonna be scared of fucking women, because they go think every woman is trying to get them. But it don't really matter what the fuck they do. It matter what you do. You know what I'm saying?
That's big facts. Any final thoughts or last words before we get out of here, Tone?
Yeah, man. Just start using your own brain. Stop using other people.
I know that's right. And with that said, you can check out Tone and Roe on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. The links is in the video description below. Also in the video description below is some promotions, some crypto promotions, so you can get your money up like T.O.P. I got 2 Instagram pages.
I got one more thing before you go. Go ahead, my bad. I got one more thing before you go.
Go ahead.
Hey, look, for all you unvaccinated people, I heard the price of sperm is going up at the sperm bank by 400%. 400%. So you got
had these niggas donating they beta sperm out this motherfucker. You shot the fuck out. But anyway, I got 2 Instagram pages. You should follow me on both, the Incredible T.O.P and the Top Cast Instagram page. Come fuck with me on Anchor Podcast under the same name, the Top Cast. for or your favorite podcast outlet. If you haven't already, subscribe to the motherfucking YouTube channel, bang the motherfucking like button like you know how to wipe your feet when you come in a strange motherfucking crib. Like you got some home training. I appreciate it. Tell your auntie I said hi. I'll see that bitch next week. I appreciate you fellas for coming through.
Yes, sir.
We'll take you out with my main man, Jay Geezer, straight from the city, baby. Until next week, peace.
Peace.
Appreciate you, Golden. Appreciate you, Cam. Sunny day on a block feeling so good. Take a look, you can see what I mean. Ride around showing love to the whole hood. Who you know can do it like me? I'm just playing the game, but you know every day ain't the same. So I'ma ride for the city, I die for the city, straight from the city.
Yeah, waking up in the morning, weekend weather, fly birds outside yawning. Last night was torn and popping, get on to the next one. I pause for a second, I'm focused. Back got the flow tip, back got the potent. Earth, wind, and fire, moms, pops at it program, but it don't get no better. Stack cheddar on the regular, NY down to NC, playing that bigger dog. Despite the niggas right, I is back on my grind. A fist full of dollars, I'm on fire. Flow like rivers now, tigers with stripes like a tiger. Speech for my kinfolk admire people that get dough. I'm all about the checks, Nikes, dreaming about who next up, roping in that. I cruise through the city, passing extras, director yelling action. Fly mommies popping bottles, shots full of armor. I took a glance at a fly lady. I cruise like a hustler to the paper, it's only nature. Shorty got some nice racks, some racks, and a smooth money maker, yeah.
Got me feeling like Nas in my book of rhymes. You play in the orchestra, bet that you can feel these lines. With my mind reminiscing, JGI spitting subliminal lines, hitting pictures of moments in time. Reminiscing, summarizing the 20th Psalm, and got a vision of a rebel standing next to God. Yo, that's a vision of a devil falling from the sky. And why? Nigga, check my level when I'm on the grind. Ahead of my time, know I'm kinda like fighting for my life in the dark, and ain't no sign of light. Evolution in your life, choosing wrong and right. In 21 9, niggas still be trying to sound alike, trying to do it big and live the style of life. Style sincere like Nasir, but all I need's one mic. Looking through the eyes of a little nigga on the grind, sparks like my rim tire when I pull up on the block. I try to tell you it's the sus, nigga. You say you do enjoy yourself, and that's what's up, nigga. I try to hit you to the plan, let you know that I'm the man. Got my city with me everywhere we go. Got the fam, 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 got the fam.
Sunny day on the block and it's so good. Take a look, you can see what I mean. Ride around showing love to the whole hood. Who you know can do it like me? I'm just playing the game, but you know every day ain't the same. So I'ma ride for the city, I die for the city, straight from the city. Straight from the city.